What's up, everybody? It's me, Shawn, Deon, and today we're gonna get into some things because lately of this gorgeous Pride Month, everyone wants to keep coming like the world is forcing gays on everybody, and y'all sound stupid. Like, I'm gonna just start there because this has been getting out of control. Like, explain to me how just because you see more of it, it's forcing it on you. Like, we exist. I'm just put that there. We exist. Just because it's more apparent now, just because more people are accepting of who they are, you're gonna sit there and go, now it's forcing and we don't wanna see it. Like, bitch, you're homophobic. Like, I keep seeing this. I'm not homophobic. I just don't want it around my kids. I just don't want it. Your kid could grow up gay. Like, there's a whole bunch of other things bad that your kid could grow up as, like a serial killer, a rapist, a child molester, you know, all of that kind of stuff. But y'all worried about your child being gay. Okay. That makes zero sense. But let me show you some things that I found. I was on Facebook, and all of a sudden I see, stop promoting homosexuality to our children. And by that, they're talking about stuff like when you see it on TV. Like, okay, I know there was a big thing of everybody, the little Frozen movie, everybody wanting Elsa to be gay or a lesbian. That's teaching that, okay, you can be this kind of person. Like, you're reaching a new audience now. For example, when I was younger, I didn't see any gay people on TV. I thought, like, literally what I was feeling for my attraction for other men was like wrong. Like, I was scared to talk about it. I was scared to like be who I was. So now that you're teaching other people that it's okay to be who you are, it's promoting and it's wrong and to the other kids. But in fact, growing up, I see straight couples on TV walking down the street. A car is going to be promoted with a family, and guess what that family is? Straight. For the longest, that family was Caucasian also. It took forever for it to be interracial. But y'all see nothing wrong with that now. Some of y'all still do, but that just goes to show that interracial families was out there, and now gay families are out here also. But the thing is, homosexuality exists. Like, it's not forcing it on someone. Oh, I'm over here shaking the camera and I'm shaking the table. But it's not forcing it on someone. It's making it apparent. Like, people grow up hating what they don't know. New things scare people. Growing up in a house full of people that don't like or don't understand the LGBT community, if you don't understand it, when it gets brought to you in the real world, you're gonna have a wall up, you're gonna guard, you're gonna say ignorant stuff. But if you're taught about it, which apparently to teach LGBT history is like the world's #1 don't do it in school thing, like, why is everybody so against having LGBT history being taught? Because in history, let's be real, for one, nobody knows what was taught in history. I couldn't tell you what I learned. I could tell you about a few wars, but apparently y'all love wars. But like, how come talking about that and adding in LGBT history is so wrong? Because last I checked, it's real history. Like, it's not just like, well, the gays are here and they're conquering. No, like, there's a timeline for all like LGBT history things. Like, because like, there was a time where they had to meet in specific underground clubs just to, you know, meet one another. There's a timeline to where people get married, to when they have kids, or when they can adopt kids, because it was illegal for the longest, when they could join the military. Like, there's actual facts and history behind it. It's not just, oh, we're gonna tell you that your random neighbor boy is now able to love up on this other guy. Like, I feel like when ignorant adults hear, oh, they're gonna teach LGBT history, they're thinking like they're paying gay porn in class. What? Like, no, there's stuff behind it. We didn't just come up out the sky blue like, here, queer, get used to, like, well, we kind of did, but like, we didn't just come out the sky blue being like, okay, well, we want a history month. Like, oh, and then like all the hetero people that I see being dumb, talking about some, well, why come they get a Pride Month, da-da-da-da-da. Do you know what it's like to have things taken from you? You weren't brought up sitting here, like, scared to tell your parents, oh, I'm straight. It was assumed. Like, people aren't out here committing suicide because they're straight. People aren't out here getting bullied because they're straight. Like, People are out here at gas stations in the middle of the night getting beat up because they're straight. There's reasons why all of this is celebrated, and everyone just wants to turn a blind eye like, oh my God, it's just so wrong. No, and then the fact that y'all base it off religion. America's supposed to be the da-da-da, home of all this, that, and the third. How you gonna base this one topic on one religion when we got 3,000 religions out here? That makes no sense. Like, oh Lord, y'all got my blood pressure rising. Y'all are really out here trying to take one thing and make it into this big thing that it's really not, that it never should be. Yes, there are gay kids growing up. Yes, they need something to look up to, because if it's anything like me, you feel out of place. You feel like you're weird, you're not like anything like anybody else, and you don't know who to talk to. Yes, it's okay for them to show a gay couple in a cartoon. Why not? A gay couple could be your neighbor. What you gonna do? Forbid your child to go outside? Oh, you can't go outside. Are the gays out? Are the gays out there? He can't. Little Johnny can't go outside. The gays are outside. Like what? Like, they're gonna see it eventually, and them seeing it young isn't gonna go, well, you know what? I think I'm gay because I saw a gay couple on TV, because if that was the case, no one would be gay, because I would be a straight man from all the hetero stuff that I didn't see on TV. Shoot. Family Guy. I would be with some skinny, big-nosed Lois Griffin type thing. But I'm just saying, like, just because it's on TV doesn't mean they're going to automatically go to, like, okay, I can watch Cops all day long. I'm not about to be one of the victims on Cops. I can watch Queen of the South. I'm not about to be a drug lord. Like, it's like so much hypocritical stuff. Like, well, you can't put it out there because that's how it's going to portray. Like, that's okay. Well, one, it is okay. Gay is okay. Gay is okay. If you're going to say putting it out there in children's faces is going to give them the wrong idea, then you have to think about every single thing that they're watching. Because there's 9 times out of half of y'all parents, y'all not good parents for one. Half of y'all let y'all kids watch whatever. Over there watching Sex and the City, Adult Swim, and everything at the age of 4, thinking they don't understand what's going on. I'll tell you one thing, I learned the most stuff in school, in elementary school, from people whose parents didn't give a fuck. I go to school, you know what? I learned what a condom was in school. I didn't know what that was, because my parents, we weren't on that kind of stuff in elementary school. They monitored what I watched. No, they weren't going to say I can't watch anything gay. They wouldn't have been like that. I'm just saying. It just wasn't nothing gay on TV for me to watch. But like, I learned condoms. I learned about sexual positions, all of this in the freaking 2nd grade, or probably like all of that kind of stuff. Why should I know all of that? Because your bad parenting skills is teaching your kids that they can watch all of that, and now they're bringing it to school and broadening my horizons for sure. Because I didn't know. And when it's not an issue to represent the LGBT community in the media, y'all know what y'all look like? Y'all know what y'all put us as? Super feminine, always cross-dressing. Yes, drag queens exist. Yes, femmes do exist. Feminine boys do exist. Or even as the lesbian, they'll put us the butch one that always like has a handy, like there's so many, there's LGBT doctors, there's LGBT lawyers, there's LGBT teachers. Like, you never represent us in a good light. And that's what's really upsetting. Like okay, like Love and Hip Hop, for example, you got the extra ass gays on there. Yes, it can get like that, but that's not always what we're like. And then, okay, in TV shows, if you have it, it's always the woman's gay best friend that doesn't have a mind for themselves. They just, girl, yes. No, that's not how we all are. That's not how we all should be represented, because now you have one idea of how we act now, because they don't want to admit that we're actually normal people. Like, your basketball coach, basketball teammate, your football something, like your doctor fixing that dusty root canal in your mouth can be gay. It's not oh my God, I want, like, you have to wonder nowadays, gay men, gay women are normal people. These transgenders have good surgeries. You can't just point out in a crowd like, that one's a transgender, that one's a lesbian, that one's gay. No, we're all the same. Like, your best friend, your mom, your uncle, your somebody in your family probably gay, and y'all don't know because they act like normal. They have a normal job. They're a normal person. They just happen to have a different sexual preference that y'all can't get through y'all's thick skulls. But, and I see where everything's going. If you can change the mindset of children at a young age for them to be more accepting and loving of things that they don't understand, that will put us so far in the future. Like, I feel like the world just has to have a drama point, a drama center. Something has to go wrong because revolving around love, I feel like that's a foreign concept. The government, the whoever, people in general just don't want anything to revolve around love. It's going to be war, hate, and torture for the rest of our life. Like, who wants to live like that? What about if they started teaching about depression? People gonna get mad at that. Depression's a real thing. Suicide is a real, like, if they taught about these hardcore issues, more people be more willing to come up and actually speak on it and get help. But the thing is, if it's not the norm, people don't want to hear it. People don't want it in the school systems. People don't want it in anywhere, in the media, like magazines, TV shows, commercials, none of that. But the gays ain't having that. The LGBT community not having that. We're about to be in your newspapers. We're about to be on your timelines. We're about to be in your commercials, your TV shows, and you're just going to have to get used to it. And that's on period. Anyway, I'm done rambling. So, like, comment, subscribe, and please ask questions, do some research, and learn about a culture that you're trying so hard to put down. That's just it. Learn about a culture you're trying so hard to put down before you just sit here and say burn in hell and thank you next. Like, learn. But yeah, that's all for today. So I'm out. Bye.